and welcome to the Convention States Wiki. In this video, I'm going to talk about how to search for information and to then put that into your social media programs. So let's get started by looking at the search bar. Now, let's say we want to search for a subject such as nullification. And you saw, if I spelled it right, that it's also finding matching page names, that is, pages in the wiki that have nullification in their titles, in the name of the actual file. So this is one of those. It's Notes on Nullification by Madison. The other one is Nullification Answered. So that's one way to find some. Let's just try one of those. And here's our document. And we see that it has some things pre-highlighted that were deemed to be what you'd probably want to see first, take note of as you're going through the document. But this is the original document as written by James Madison. Now, we just searched for nullification using the suggested page names. Let's instead search for Convention of States, those three words, and as you type, the matching page names come up. We're not going to use that this time, but of states. So, and we do get a couple of pages with that in there. We're going to go ahead and take our search terms as they are, three words, and search for that. And what you get in the search after pressing enter is the matching page names again. So if you missed finding them on the first try, you have another chance here. And on a phone, it doesn't offer the suggestions out to the left side as you're typing, but it will show them as you search for the terms here at the top in the matching page names header. Underneath that, you've got full text results. So what it's going to do is list the documents that are found with those three words. Now, I won't use the word of because that's just a short word, and short words are omitted from the search, not included, so they aren't highlighted either. But it will take the words convention and states and highlight those in the various documents. There's the first one here is the compendium. It's a fairly large document. This one next down is a smaller document, and it's got that word, those two words specifically in it many times. Article 5 handbook is a decently sized document, and it's got several times, and we look down through here and we see quite a few of them. So, and that would be surprising that we would have those two words given that this is Convention of States, and we're talking about Article 5 here and the process and everything. Down below that, if I can go further, it'll list documents that have a number of hits. So Notes on Nullification has 87 hits. Now that means those words are found apparently 87 times in there. It's not particularly helpful, I don't think, but it does show that they were found. So let's just go back up and hit home, and let's pick one of these. Just pick, let's try the Article 5 handbook. So we're into that document, and there's a table of contents on the right, and this shows that it's actually in the heading of some of the sections of the table of contents itself. So let's pick one here. And notice it doesn't say convention of states, it's just talking convention process. But we bring that one up. We've navigated to that, and here's something we might want to use in social media. What you might want to do is, since you've searched for that, this URL line at the top, if you copied that and pasted that into your social media, and what I'm just going to do here is use a word processing document to simulate a social media post. And because there's so many different social media sites that I don't want to get too specific here, but if you're posting into Facebook, it's going to be about like this. You'll have a comment section, or you're going to post a actual post of your own on your timeline or in some group or a page, whatever you've got access to. So we posted the URL, and we could take the header to this section, copy that, and paste it at the top of this. And I should note that when you post it in various social media, it won't necessarily highlight it and make the text larger when you're doing that. And then you could come down here and copy a section if you wanted. If the social media allows a larger post, Twitter does not. This would be too much for Twitter. LinkedIn is less limiting, but not as quite open as Facebook is on size. So there's our social media post. We've copied the header, we've copied some text, we've got the link. So what we would do is just post that, or we could go ahead and do our post, build our post in word processing. And then when we're ready to post to Facebook and we're happy with it, we can just select all the text and copy it and then post it in side Facebook, etc. Now I want to show you what happens here. This is the link. I'm going to just copy that, and I'm going to go back to my browser and open a tab and show you what we got when we did that. Paste and go. So when we copied that link, after going to the document, after clicking on the item in the table of contents, we got a direct link to that place in the document, and not only just the document, but actually to that place specified by the table of contents selection with everything highlighted from the search. So now let's thinking about that a little bit. Let's do this. Let's do another search. Back to our original search. We'll hit home again, and let's search for the word, or the phrase rather, convention states, and you do that by enclosing your search terms in double quotes. So now it's not searching for a document that has those two words somewhere in the document, but maybe paragraphs apart, but where they're actually together in the phrase convention of states. And again, we come up with some of the same documents, but not as many. So what I'm kind of looking for is something that's got the first convention of states. So looking through there, I know that this document here, and there's more than one, but we'll just look at this one. We'll click on the document title here, bring it up, and there's our phrase. Now note how it's highlighted, the whole phrase, and even 1789 is highlighted. So this is a footnote right here, the little number 1 with a parentheses on the right side of it. And if we hover over that 1, it shows the actual footnote. Well, there are endnotes on the wiki. They're all collected at the end of the whole document because the wiki doesn't have pages. It's just one continuous document. If it was a PDF, and this exists in a PDF also, then the footnotes would be at the bottom of each page relating to that page. But anyhow, this is the footnote, and if you were to click on the number right above the pop-up, then you would go to the point in the document where that footnote is. If you click on the number here, it puts you back where you were. If you clicked on the other one, the number 2, it would take you to that spot. But now let's, looking at the footnote, let's go to, because it's referring to Congress, and apparently it's recorded in Congress, the annals of Congress, that the first application for Convention of States was in 1789. If we click on this document right here, this link, we come up with the Article 5 library. It's referring to the Congressional First Session of May 5th, 1789. The word convention is in there several times, and here we have it's a convention of the states. So this was for the Bill of Rights. Virginia was trying to get the Bill of Rights moving and make it happen, and so they called for a convention of states. And here's the PDF of the document too. This is not actually in the wiki. This particular document's outside at the Article 5 library. So let's close this tab and go back. And if we were to copy this link at the top, this URL, then it would, if we opened up a tab, take us to, and I paste and go in this new tab, to that place, to that document rather. If we actually go to the footnote, the endnote, and copy that URL, get a new tab, and it would go there too. And we still have Convention of States, the term, highlighted, as well as 1789, because I threw that in the search. All right, so that covers what we wanted to talk about on this video. Remember to go look at the other videos in the series and check out conventionofstates.com and the video channel on YouTube for Convention of States.